What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna check out Rise the Ronin. Now, I suck at this game because I didn't pay attention to how to do absolutely anything, really. I don't think I'm even dodging proper. I thought it was A, but it seems like A just makes you jump. Maybe it's something like diagonal, like you have to be moving sideways and hit A or something, and then you can like sidestep. But basically, I'm just fighting this one boss that's supposed to probably be easy as hell, and I'm just getting my ass kicked by him. So we're probably gonna lose over and over again and whatnot. But I'm not gonna sit here and get all butthurt about it. I already know why I'm losing. I didn't pay attention to how to do anything. If you don't know how to do anything, how are you gonna do anything, right? And it's definitely not the kind of game you can button mash your way through. Like, maybe eventually I could, but I think I really gotta learn how to like dodge, and most importantly, block what I can block, but they said you can't block almost anything this guy does, because somehow he can just go do that red move over and over and over again, never use any, like, what do they call that? Stamina. And I'm sitting here like, I jumped 4 times, I'm out of breath, now I'm just gotta get hit. And it's like, well, shit. So there's gotta be a trick to it, though. They're not gonna make the first boss in the game unbeatable. Anyway, though, enough blabbering. Let's go hop into the game, and we'll get my ass kicked, but we'll at least get ourselves some settings. So we're gonna do 1080p first here, and I would do full screen, but it only gives me 2 options right now, so, I mean, it is what it is. So we're gonna do native first. We're gonna do high, because ultra graphics are bugged, and it probably wouldn't work very well on this thing anyway, even at 1080p from what I've seen. And we'll, of course, try ray tracing. Generally, ray tracing sucks on AMD, but people like to see me try it anyway, so I figure give the people what they want. All right, here's that beginning video. I'll probably stop doing this eventually here, but some people like seeing the video, so we'll let it play and then get to gameplay. Oh, hello, mister. I thought I felt the table shake like crazy. She has jumped down to get the treats. All right, well, let's get ourselves a little gameplay here. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I know we were getting like 30 FPS, so it's not super fast, but it almost felt like it was getting like 10 FPS. Like everything's moving in super slow-mo. Pretty sure frame gen wasn't turned on or anything. But that made playing this basically impossible. But like I said, most people aren't gonna play with ray tracing anyway, so not a big issue. I think it stops doing it when we turn ray tracing off. Hey, at least I was finally able to do that move. Alright, well, here's the settings we're going to try now. We've turned FSR 3 on now, but I think it still feels like it's running like 10 FPS. Even though it says we're getting much more. But anyway, still, let's go get some gameplay. Alright, so now here we go. We got some FSR on. And yeah, it says we're getting 50 FPS, but as you can see by them going up the ladder, it's like we're not getting that kind of FPS. I don't know what the hell is going on. But again, we'll get like a little bit of gameplay here, like 2 minutes or so. Now let's turn off ray tracing and see if it stops doing that weird goofy shit where it feels like it's playing at like 5 FPS, even though it says it's getting 30 to 50. And of course we'll try with FSR next. So, to the game. So now here we go. And no, everything seems fine with no ray tracing, so I think it was ray tracing's fault. But like I said, AMD and ray tracing don't really get along anyway, so I and most people aren't going to try that anyway, but I still wanted to do it because lots of people want me to try it, so. It's so funny watching myself jump around like an idiot when I wasn't dodging properly. I thought something weird was going on. I was like, this cannot be dodging. They would never make dodging just jumping around. Now let's try that, I almost called it DLSS, that FSR 3 on quality. I wish it had DLSS. Or at least FSR 4, that'd be cool, but I already know. This thing is not getting that. I don't even think 7000 series is getting that. I think that's a 9000 only item, unfortunately. Alright, here we go. Let's try beating this guy again. Well, it looks like we can still get around 60 FPS now, so that's at least good. It sucks that we have to do 1080p, but... And not even 1080p because we got FSR on too. So I don't know what that is at 1080p, but it's not very high probably. Probably like 960p or something like that would be my best guess. You're gonna go back up to the tree? Well, thank you for lap time, Miston. Always appreciate kitty lap time. Although I'd really like to beat this bastard. I know I can do it eventually. But it's always embarrassing losing a bunch of times. But even if people make fun of you, as long as you're not sitting there crying and going, oh my god, why can't I win? I don't think too many people are actually going to care that much. And besides, as long as you eventually win, that's all that really matters. And I'm pretty damn sure I eventually beat this guy. Because I was sitting here thinking, well, if I don't, it's going to be a pretty lame video, because this boat is not exactly the best, you know, way to test the game. In fact, I was already hoping I would have beaten him with the small form factor PC. And, you know, still, while I was on that, you know, get further into the game where it's more a wide open world. But alas, that just didn't happen. So hopefully I can get that done on this thing. Man, I hate that combo. But eventually I'll learn how to take it and use it to my advantage. Alright, I think this is one of the first times I've gotten him into the red. So even if I lose, this is a freaking feat for me. I probably shouldn't be like running into all the barrels I could be throwing at him. Oh shit, I shouldn't have gotten that close. That was my bad. And I'm out of heals, so I gotta be careful. If he fucks me up too much, I lose. Getting too overzealous. Oh shit, I thought I dodged that. Well, jumped that. I never dodged like once in this game, really. But now I know it's B, so once I actually play the game for real, I'll actually be able to dodge, and that'll probably help me out a phenomenal amount. I'd say I'm doing pretty damn good for not knowing how to dodge, actually. And I almost never block, because he almost always does that damn red unblockable thing anyway. Like block that. Yeah, I can't block that. At least that's what it said. But if you sidestep, it seems like it's a great thing. You just fuck him up. Wow. But he shot me. All right, now here we go. This is just standard now. Oh, I forgot to turn motion blur and depth of field off. No wonder it looked so funny. So now here's standard settings, native. Of course, we'll try FSR next. And then I think we'll get to camera after that. Deep barrel. Fuck. I got shot in the face again. Need me a drink. There we go. Much better. Yeah, see what I mean? If you just step out of his way when he like tries to do that stupid thing, you just attack him as soon as he's done. I just started looking for a move, and sometimes when he's about to attack, you can get an attack in too. Yeah, got tired of losing, so I was like, all right, let's just be calm about this. You can't be aggressive. Being aggressive is sucky. You just get owned. I mean, if you're good at the game, obviously being aggressive is fine, but I do not know what I'm doing, so I tried to figure out a way to win. And she already got owned in a corner, so now I gotta try to win with just this guy. Unfortunately, though, we still can't stay at a constant 60 native. I think we still need FSR's help no matter what on everything. But it seems like this is just another game that had upscaling basically in mind when they made it. I'm sure there's some systems that can play, like if you get a 5090 system, that can probably play at 4K native with ray tracing and stay above 60 the whole time. But that's probably about it. Because a 4090 is still faster than a 5080. And that couldn't do it, so. Although who knows, maybe my processor's holding it back. Maybe if I had my 9800X 3D in here, in a system with my 4090, maybe it would have been able to play this game no problem 60 plus. So I shouldn't say it's impossible. But with my systems, it was. If I remember correctly, we're still going to get there. We're still quite a bit away from those systems, though. I will say, though, on this boat anyway, the frame times are impeccable. But that's why I didn't want to just stay on this boat. Because I bet you when we get to the actual, like, land, it's probably going to have a lot more frame time skips. That's what everybody was saying anyway. They all said the PC version sucks and it's unplayable. I mean, it's definitely not unplayable, but it's definitely not, like, great if you want 60 plus. On like weaker systems. But it's not like the PS5 played this game great. It looked like dookie. So this still looks better. Now the Pro version does better than this, but the Pro is more powerful than this laptop, so I would hope it did, at least GPU-wise. CPU-wise, not even close. And then the SSD, of course, is faster. This is just a Gen 3 in this thing. But this is portable. It only has a 1080p screen, too. Now, a lot of people laugh like, oh, gross, 1080p. But I mean, dude, half the stuff on the freaking consoles has to be sub 1080p just to like run properly and then upscaled. Anyway, so it's like everybody's got to do upscaling. Making fun of anybody for using upscaling is not really, you know, relevant anymore. All right, we're doing pretty good this time. Is this finally the time I beat him? Oh man, I used the wrong move. But at least we got like 2 attacks in real quick. He's gonna shoot me. Yep. As long as you just move sideways, he pretty much can't hit you with bullets. You don't even have to dodge, you just slowly move sideways. At least with him. I'm sure it doesn't work with everybody with guns, but this guy anyway. Ooh, that was close. Oh, you little bastard. Let me kill you. I've had enough of fighting you. Ah, almost. We'll get him. We're getting there. Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay now. Unfortunately, we're probably going to lose to him a lot more. Even though I almost beat him, I have a feeling that this is one of those ones that's got multiple stages to it. And I'm having this much trouble with the first one. We got another thing to throw? No, we still miss. See? Gotta not do that one. Oh man. Well, like I thought. Oh, I guess that's supposed to happen. I figured, nope, that's that second boss. I'm gonna get my ass kicked after finally winning. But, yep, it still can't maintain 60 all the time. Even on medium. Not a very good port. Alright, though. If it's just gonna be a bunch of cutscenes, I'd say that's probably a good chance for us to go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Rise of Ronin, at 1080p anyway, on the Asus G15 Advantage, and definitely wasn't the best with ray tracing, and it pretty much needs FSR to stay over 60 it seems, even on medium, which is sad, but that's probably why the game looks like such garbage on the PlayStation 5 regular edition. Probably just the way it's made, it just takes way too much. And again, it does not really look that impressive for how it runs, at least in my opinion. And like I always say, I'd rather have a game that looks like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and runs as smooth as that without all the fancy shit like ray tracing and all that, and just have a good gameplay experience. But that's just me. Hopefully they can fix this a little bit, but I have a feeling it's probably gonna be a shit show for a while unless you have a super powerful PC. And even then it might stutter like crazy. But hey, at least I beat that guy finally. I just got tired of fighting him over and over again, so I figured I'd just do what I do in freaking the Elden Ring kind of games. Just sit there and learn all of his moves, and then eventually I could just sit there and peck at him once or twice, back off, run around in circles like a pussy, and then let him strike at me, and then him once or twice, back off again. The whole getting in his face and trying to do a bunch of moves is not gonna work. You just run out of stamina and then you just stand there like an idiot and he just kills you. So hopefully from now on I can at least kill people and do decent. Just gotta do the same thing. Just keep dodging and, you know, look for openings and all that shit. Anyway though, now we can wrap this up and I can go move on to 1440p and we can start this whole shebang all over again. But that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out guys.